I just want to just start off by saying that Tottenham Football Club have been inducted into Class B of the Brick Academy. Because it's one thing to lose, it's another thing in the manner in which we're going to lose. Now, look, anything could happen because for me, look, Arsenal have been playing well, so records are there to be broken. So them beating Tottenham isn't a shocking thing. I thought it was unlikely based on the history of this figure, but then beating them is thingy. But it's one thing to lose like a close game where it's closely fought and it's like a 2-1 on a close thing. The result doesn't reflect what we saw in that game. If Arsenal had this guy as a striker, they win 4-0. And Nketiah just isn't a quality striker. He's a decent player. He's not a clinical finisher. Because if Arsenal had a clinical finisher, this would be a circumcision or a baptism. Because Arsenal completely, totally, and thoroughly outplayed Tottenham. Now, people said that Tottenham are a really good second half team. So in the second half, they really come alive. I didn't see that there. This pains me to do this, but you know what? I always say the Brick Academy never, ever discriminates. The Brick Academy never discriminates. Son has been inducted into Class C of the Brick Academy. I've been trying to put it off for so long. Sorry, too many Brick performances, and I do not know what has happened to him. And I do believe that was Kane's wing. Well, probably I wouldn't call him Kane's wingman, but these were two guys who worked off each other and really relied on one another. Son taken out of the picture, Tottenham just have one attack, and that's Kane. And that's so all they have is a tree trunk up front. I don't know what else I can say about Odegaard, man. The guy is just an outstanding player. The guy is just an outstanding player because it's not only the goal, it's just his performances that he's been playing. Like the goal was a nice tip of what he's done, but just his overall play. When you look at this Arsenal team, they don't have like world-class players. I'm not seeing Neymar's there, or Messi's there, or Mbappe's there, or Verratti's there, or Thiago Silva's there. But what it is, it's chemistry. It is a very well-built team and people who they understand one another. And trust me, if you have a team that has amazing chemistry, you will go far. This is a team sport. It's not about having 10 individuals, it's about having 10 team players that work for each other. Also, it helps if they also have a little bit of testing and actually know how to play football, unlike some other teams. Lloris is also going to be inducted into Class C of the Brick Academy as well, and I do believe that he'll be staying there for a while because that mistake he made on the second goal was completely and utterly disgraceful. So before I give it to the guys, I think we have to view this because this is the picture we have now. Now, I said this during our previews, and what I remember, I said that if United beat City, which I didn't think would happen, and Arsenal now beat Tottenham, which I didn't think would happen, I feel that will be a key point in the title race. Guys, this weekend, I believe, has been a turning point in the title race. It ain't over yet because we are one game away from halfway through the season. But from a psychological, mental point of view, I feel that this is a huge, huge moment in the title race because if you're Pep Guardiola and you're City, this is now going to be a psychological mountain to now climb. If you're Arsenal and Arteta, it's real now. Forget top four. Forget top four. Top four, forget that right now. Right now, it's about can you win this title? Arsenal have to stop saying, oh, no, it's top four. No, forget, you were always going to get top four. That was already done already, based on just how bad everyone else has been. Right now is, oh my God, out of nowhere, what was supposed to be a top four this season has now turned into a title run. And Arsenal, this is Arsenal's best chance of winning this title when no one, and I mean nobody, believed that they would do this, man. Betsy, man, talk to me about the game, man. I mean, did you expect Arsenal to find it so easy to outplay Tottenham? And just talk to me about how trash Conte and Tottenham had, just how disgraceful they were. Bezzy. Let me come to Kanjo. Talk to me about the game, bro. I mean, were you surprised by just how bad Tottenham were?
Sorry, I
Because
was
we know
busy.
how good Arsenal are, but were you surprised by how bad Tottenham were?
Well, I think we talked about it yesterday. What I thought was the key point to winning the game was winning the central midfield. And I think Arsenal dominated like 80 minutes of the game. As on the last 10 minutes, Tottenham really got into any big chances, despite the first chance by Son. And if you see the first goal comes by Thomas Partey winning it at the midfield, giving away, making Saka giving those chances as well.
No. Partey was very good. Him and Xhaka were great. They were
And
great.
the same goal for Odegaard's 2-0 goal. Partey dominating at the midfield, getting through three people, and then making the difference again. I just see a Tottenham squad who has not moved any centimeters from the last 3 years.
So is it lack of buying or lack of coaching? Because so it sounds with a better manager, those players that Conte had then couldn't play a lot better than that trash that we saw. So is it down to Conte or is it down to just them not reinvesting in the players?
I think they make really bad investments, to be honest. I think if you're a top four team, you shouldn't be buying mid-tier players like Bizuma, Sarr, and Richarlison. You should be buying from the high tiers of other top leagues. I think the only like real good investment they've done this year would be Lenglet, and he hasn't been showing up either. So I don't think they made that good of signs to that last like 3 years, maybe.
Rob, you did tell me you believe that this would be a draw and you didn't think Tottenham would lose. Rob, as a Tottenham fan, do you feel disgusted? I mean, what are your emotions after seeing that performance by your team? Because Rob, I'm not a Tottenham fan. I felt disgusted.
It was really bad from almost everyone except maybe Kane, because at least he tried. And he was maybe the only one that tried today, with the exception of maybe Kulusevski, but Kulusevski was also bad. But at least he tried a bit. And who to blame, like discussed earlier, I would say it's mainly Daniel Levy, I would say, because the recruitment has been bad, the signings have been bad. Like there are a lot of players that are not good enough for top four teams. Like Sessegnon is not good enough, Matt Doherty is not good enough, and a few other players are not good enough, so they all have to leave. So I feel like a lack of investment. The quality of players are not good enough. So that's what I will say. Like, of course, the manager deserves some blame because these players could perform better, but at the same time, it's also the players underperforming, not being good enough. So it's mainly the players and Arsenal being very good today, I would say.
Yeah, because I think it's true. Like you always have to go to Levy and just look at the recruitment, but that's why for me I feel that this is significant and it's a new law because we knew the issues of Tottenham coming into this game, but I said it's a North London derby. You are playing at home, so I still expect a bit of resistance. What just shocked me was just not the results and Arsenal winning, it was just how easy Arsenal had it and just how much better Arsenal were than
But that's the
Tottenham.
players' fault because they're not good enough. The lack of quality, the very inconsistent players like Sessegnon is very inconsistent and poor for the entire season. Like Daniel Levy didn't spend for 2 straight transfer windows at one point, where they didn't spend a single penny. So it's all his fault, or mainly his fault. because this team is just not good enough for a lot of players.
Okay, can I come to you, boy? So James Westman, is it too early to call it for Arsenal, or do you think that okay, now we have a title race, or do you think this is because look, I mean, there's still a long way to go. And Arsenal are not going to win every single game. They're going to go through a bad run of games and so forth. And we never know what can happen because I've seen, what's it called? Just you must remember, I can't remember, it was in the late 90s with Kevin Keegan, Newcastle and United. I think Newcastle had a 15, 16 points lead. And I've seen 16 points leads taken away. So it ain't over yet. But the way Arsenal are playing, the way City are playing, and how Newcastle United are in transition, do you think this is already a pivotal moment in the season?
Yeah, because many people are expecting it's a North London derby. Form goes out the window. People think, it's going to be a draw or Spurs could win. And a lot of people were favouring Arsenal, and yet that first half wiped the floor with Tottenham completely. Second half, second gear the whole game. Tottenham didn't really lay a glove. I mean, Ramsdale was good, made some good saves.
Great saves, yeah.
But Tottenham were never in the match because they had Højbjerg and Papasar as their midfield pivot. That's going against the Partey, Xhaka and Odegaard. They were having fun with them today. It was no competition between the two. I think Arsenal, this game that's coming, I think it's Saturday against United.
Yeah, okay, so it could be because you guys have Palace on Thursday.
Wednesday.
We're supposed to have Palace on Wednesday, and that's so. Is that game at United's ground or at Arsenal's ground?
It's at Arsenal's. If they beat us and they actually dominate us, like completely, like they did today with Spurs.
Because remember, the only loss came against United.
Yeah, and that was at Old Trafford. But if they wipe the floor of us, then they're heavy favourites. I mean, they're favourites now currently, but if they wipe the floor of United, we beat Man City, been on an amazing run so far, playing some good football as well, defensively solid. If they wipe the floor of us as well, heavy favourites because Man City got to play Spurs twice in the next 3 games.
For me, I'm already looking ahead. I don't see Arsenal for me. I can already give a prediction. I see now. I don't because I could be wrong now, but I have more faith that will be a draw. Because I am shocked, and I'm sure most people were shocked by just how bad Tottenham were for the whole 90 minutes. Okay, bad for 45 for the whole 90 minutes. But you're right, though. For me, even if Arsenal lose to United, I still feel this is still a huge statement because of they hadn't won at Tottenham since 2014 or 2015, and the fact of City losing and the way that City lost to United. I just think from that whole mental tip, it is a huge moment. So it just depends on what Arsenal can do. But I be real with you, it's real. I mean, Betty, talk to me, man. This is your best chance to win this title.
Yeah. Okay. So let me talk a little bit about the two teams. So everyone knows we went there last season and they bumped us 3-0.
Well, red card tax, red card tax.
Yeah, but still, even apart from the red card, I feel the team that we fielded that day probably would still lose. This season, we see Tottenham kind of stood still in a way, even though they signed some players, but they kind of stood still, and it's kind of gone stale because I think, in a way, maybe looking back, it was kind of new manager's bounce that they had that carried them through the rest of the season.
No, but come on, Betsy. Do you think Tottenham would be this useless? I mean, I'm just shocked by this.
No, we're just that. Wait. We're just that.
And what many people kind of what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't take into account as much was Thomas Partey, so important to this midfield, so important, and we didn't have him. We didn't have him last season. We didn't have him last season. Him, and we didn't have Ben White. We had some huge losses last season, And this season we've got Saliba in the side. We've got Zinchenko. Well, Gabriel is injured, anyway.
Look at his pussy or not in his head.
It's just
in his head. HH. It is what it is, bro. I know you've been upset watching what you saw in the first half.
No, Betsy. All I want to know is that. So this is the season for the title.
Number 14, HH. Number 14.
Actually, I know yesterday, you guys gave us a huge blow because I think United coming to Old Trafford with Mudryk in the side.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Just look, when you look at the table, I'm sorry, there is just stop moving around. This is your best chance. Come on.
No, definitely.
This is a huge weekend. Like, obviously, like I think JJ Swiss is right. Next weekend is going to be very big as well because that's United. But here's my thing though. Even if Arsenal lose to United, I still think this weekend is still significant. From a mental
and
significant weekend.
You know what I think is also very significant is that I think call me a conspiracy theorist and so on. I think Chelsea, like, they were trying to really play it smart because they did this at the last minute just before a North London derby. It kind of was a punch to the gut because we were a bit deflated for a moment. Even though, like me, I woke up today, I was like, no, come on, it's North London derby, we're first place, so yeah, we go. Like, we win the game, it's all smiles again, and we need to reinforce. Like, it's very important that we reinforce. But yesterday, that was a huge blow. And Todd Bowley, I think, is playing chess.
Bezzy, who's Mudryk, bro? We got Martinelli in them, man. Who the hell is Mudryk, bro?
Now we still need that.
Okay. So H7, well done.
H, you know what?
Why,
I
what do we need to
apologize.
say?
I want to apologize to you. It's actually
Apologize
so
for what?
It's so rude.
I don't accept your apology.
No, I didn't get to congratulate you on Chelsea winning the first game of 2023, bro. I apologize, bro. I apologize. So well done to you lot. I see that good.
It was a hard-fought victory. It was a hard-fought victory.
Now you lot play good football, man. I see Havertz scoring that header.
Good football.
So this is what
H7. Do you know who the best player on the pitch today was for Chelsea?
I know, bro.
No, who?
No,
38.
No, it was Conor Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher.
Oh,
Gallagher. Yeah, he only played well against Crystal Palace. Even the first game as well, he scored a banger.
So, actually, it was actually Thiago Silva, but that's on the discussion.
Yeah, big 38.
H7, well done. Okay, well done. So you've won the title.
Not yet. Officially not yet, but you know what?
Admit this though. No more top 4 talk. This is now title talk. Forget top. It's now title talk.
Yeah. It's asked.
No, wait. H7, don't let him do that. Don't let him do that. You know the jinx of this guy. This guy jinxes anything.
Have you looked at the table? Unless my math is, have you looked at the table?
It is our
I don't care. Don't say anything, HH. We're gonna end up finishing 5th. Don't. No, please no.
If Arsenal finish 5th, that's a 5-hour. That's a 5-hour stream, bro. If Arsenal finish 5th from this position, that's a 5-hour stream.
If we finish 5th, you need to be arrested because it's your jinx. You jinx anything.
No. That's beyond my jinx. But it's look. Here's my thing. Arsenal are very hate aside. Of course, look, it is what it is. We do this just for the jokes and everything. But when you just put jokes aside, it's a very good team. And I say that as chemistry. Arsenal is just a team with chemistry. And when you have chemistry, that's how you can win a title. Because chemistry leads to rinse and repeat, leads to repetition, and leads to you being able to find ways of finding a way to win. Everybody's just on the same path and on the same kind of wavelength, So it's like, it's a key weekend because look at what Pep was saying. Because my thing is, things had to happen. It's City losing, but the way that they lost and Pep's reaction to them losing, and then Arsenal winning this. From a mental point of view, of course City will still go, but mentally City like, oof, this is it. Basically, it's like a boxing match. This is like City are now down at the canvas. They'll get up, but they've taken a big blow. So how much will that blow affect them? No, sometimes guys can come from a blow, but they've taken a massive punch to the gut. Do they have, and how much damage has that punch to the guts taken to them right now? Because look, we are not even halfway through the season. There is a long way to go. But the issue is, of course, Arsenal will drop points. I think the City will drop more points as well. That's like, I don't see in City 10 games unbeaten. Because what I may think, because the way that Pep is talking now, they're focusing on the UCL now. That's what I feel. So Pep is like, okay, let's just do EPL for vibes. All hands on deck for the UCL. And here's the thing. I don't want to tempt fate. What are we saying if Arsenal beats City in the FA Cup?
I don't even think it's there.
You know what?
I don't want to say the T word. Streets, I don't want to say the T word. And you know what
don't say
what
it,
that T word is?
Nah, don't say
okay,
it.
I won't
Nah,
say
nah.
it.
We won't do it. We won't do it. AJ. We won't
Wait,
do
hold
it.
up, Mike. Talk to me, man. Mike, look, man, Arsenal, man. They did their thing, man.
First off, a couple shout-outs. First, shout out to Atalanta. They won 8-2 today. Shout out to Adam. Shout out to Lukman. He scored 2 goals in the game. Shout out to Todd Bowley for being a man of the people and joining Spaces. That's a real man right there and a real owner. One with
That's
the fans.
your owner. Is that your owner?
Wait,
AJ?
hold on. We'll discuss that.
Shout out to Todd Bowley. And shout out to HH. HH said that Tottenham would get second in the league.
Did I?
I was trying to find the stream where you said it. I can't find it right
but
now.
it
but you
wasn't
did
only-
say this. You did
It
say
wasn't
this.
only him.
You did say
only
second.
I'm not sure about that, you know.
But wow. Arsenal.
Yeah,
look
call Gatlock.
You said title race, HH.
Yeah, you did say title race. You said they're gonna finish ahead of Liverpool. Well, they still probably would, but you said they would finish second.
No, Mike.
No.
Let me level with you, Mike. Man, no, Tottenham are they're a disgrace.
See,
They're
I told you,
absolutely
HH. Okay, they played better in the second half. Every first half for Spurs this season looks like relegation
You
team.
can't keep doing this. And you can't do this against a team like
it's not
Arsenal.
sustainable. You cannot
You
keep
can't, no.
having this approach. It doesn't matter whether it's Brentford, Nottingham
And also,
Forest.
but Mike, you know what our approach is? It's like, okay, make sure you don't concede. That is your approach. Your approach is rather than be proactive, it's about being reactive. You're at home. It's a derby game. You have to be proactive. How could you be like, don't concede, and you're playing Arsenal at your home ground, which is a derby game? That's madness.
Nah, it's just, they're useless.
No, it's disgraceful.
There's no other way. They're just useless, Tottenham, at this point. You spend all this money this summer. He doesn't even use Bissouma. Jed Spence, I don't think he's even a Spurs player anymore. Lenglet, terrible. So the summer signings that Spurs actually made have been atrocious. Is that Conte's fault? Partly. Actually, mostly because he may be one of those players, but he hasn't utilized them well enough throughout this whole season. But Arsenal, I've said it for many weeks, they're winning this league. There is something different with this squad. They play with quality, they press, they control games. Yes, in the second half a little bit, Ramsdale had to make some key saves, but Arsenal right now are on different gravy, especially Odegaard. Martin Odegaard is probably the best player in the Premier League right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll put that past you, yeah.
Yeah, and then Saka, again, just stepping up in the biggest moments, even though Hugo Lloris, Brick Academy, right now, ASAP, should be 9 a.m. sharp.
I don't remember, he has a catalogue of mistakes.
Yes,
So it's not just one, he has a catalogue of big mistakes.
He has, I think, led to 5 goals this season because of his errors. 5 for a
No,
goalkeeper.
it was 4. They said.
Is it 4? Okay,
But-
4.
Yeah, but like, let's not forget they gave us a goal at the Emirates as well this season. So it did the double this season.
Shout out to Arsenal. It was their first away victory at Tottenham in the Premier League since 2014. So there is something magical, man. And with the way City are going, I think United.
Because Mike, I mean, like this. I thought you mentioned like the mid-table playoffs next season. Let's forget that. No, that's a huge game. The mid-table playoffs, guys, absolutely be there, man. No, but my thing though is, do you think that United game is going to be important? I don't think the United game is that important.
Yeah,
no, it's 100% important.
Oh, it's 100% important. You got to keep momentum.
Okay, no. My main, in the sense of if they lose that, it isn't like, oh my gosh, end of the world. I think that this weekend is already pivotal already. No, if they win, it's even great. If they lose, it isn't like, oh my gosh, they win the world because of what this weekend is. From a mental point of view, even if they lose to United, I still think that they can still bounce back, and it still doesn't take away the psychological momentum of this game. Because my thing is, you have to combine it. It is City losing, the way they lost to United, and Pep's reaction to how they lost, and Arsenal beating Tottenham away for the first time in several years. So that whole package and pie means that, of course, every game is important, but them losing United would not be the end of the world. Because again,
Arsenal United, historically, that is a huge game.
Even
you're wrong, yeah.
Even
listen, the way they've been like the last couple of games, the way United have been playing, they've been an informed team alongside Arsenal. So these two teams are coming in to next weekend. Basically, the best two teams in the league, to be honest with you. So if Arsenal were able to, push these guys away, then it's a huge 3 points. I mean, City are not looking as good as United.
But the way things are looking now, man, because bro, Look, because
don't forget something. Don't forget something.
I know, but my thing is, look, see, of course, it's a long way to go. I wouldn't be surprised if this could be the end of or this could be our top 4. I don't know what order it will be in, but this could be our top 4 because after what I saw from Tottenham to today, I am disgusted with those guys. Fulham is making top 4, Brighton is making top 4, and unless Chelsea sign Neymar or Messi this window, it's going to be even much more tricky. So we could really be because that Tottenham loss on the way that they lost, I'm like, this weekend could be the thing though. But as I always say, there's a long way to go, man.
Yes,
there's a long way to go. So
let me say something.
Go for it, Betsy.
Well, but very quickly, that game is actually way more important depending on what happens midweek because United play Crystal Palace. If they win, and then if they beat us, they're 3 points away from us. So it's way more, even though they're going to be on 1 game more than us, but they're going to be 3 points away from us. So that game is kind of important if they beat Palace midweek.
Nah, Splashnet, man. That was a horrible comment, bro.
Wait, hold on. Yes, so Yasir, man, big game. Is this Arsenal's year, Yasir? Is this Arsenal's year?
Hey, just give me like 2 seconds. I'm just fixing my mic.
Okay. Wait, well, your mic has always been fixed, man. Abrisfair, CL Knights looking peak for Tottenham. Conte UCL flop. No, but then what if they go? See, I will be shocked if they beat AC Milan next month. I will be truly shocked.
I don't know, HH. Have you seen AC Milan? I think you jinxed them.
Too many.
Sorry, HH. I just have a few questions. Because my blood is boiling right now. Because so I treat managers with the same standard, right? So I'm comparing Mourinho to Conte now. Because I'm hearing now Conte hasn't been given the players in that. We left Mourinho out to dry with Carlos Vinicius. No one was complaining. They were saying, why don't you play Troy Parrott, Dane Scarlett? Then they were saying, no, Mourinho doesn't give a chance to youth. Where is this talk about Conte? We buy Jet Spence. He's not playing him. Then I'm hearing now that as you're saying, Højbjerg and what's the other one in the double pivot couldn't take on Partey. We bought Basuma, who was the most informed player or one of the most informed players. I mean, Arsenal fans were crying when we bought him, but Conte doesn't want to give him minutes.
Because
they're
you don't
saying
know
he's
how
not
to
playing
use
well.
it. That's why.
He needs to change the system to fit the players he's purchased. And don't tell me he didn't purchase the players. Perisic was his signing. I'm pretty sure Perisic was his signing.
You know what the bottom line is? Here's the thing. Once Conte exceeds his sell-by date, you have to cut ties. Conte is a short-term manager, so he gives you if he doesn't give you success in the short term, that's it. You're not going to get success afterwards. So his impact is instant. It is long term. It is instant. So if you don't get that instant impact, cut ties immediately. You know. So and for me, I don't care when it says this is karma for what Levy did to Mourinho.
Yes.
Mourinho was robbed off of that Karabuki Cup final, and he would have beaten.
No, but Levy was.
Wait, hold on. Let me quickly this. Todd B gets his.
That's hilarious.
No,
that's so funny.
Can we
He denied it.
We need to try and start a space where you're hosting it and we get Tom Bully in. We need to have that space.
You know he needs to meet the guy that meets.
I don't.
Meet the guy.
Let me see. My thing, we will discuss it tonight because I need to sort of just cleanse my.
No, it was disgusting though. Like the switch up on the switch up on the Chelsea fans when they saw the Tom Bully was in the space. Oh yeah,
Don't even get me started with those people. Nothing to worry about, Mr. H. Mr. Bully was just talking to our scouts in that space. Oh man, I've got to call Todd B's assistant again, man. I've got to have another discussion about clown.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you though. That's some real, like, that had to be the realest thing I've ever seen in my life. The Top does not care. He said, I don't care. I'm gonna join that space. I'm gonna hear what they had to say today. It's funny. He joined because you guys won. If you guys didn't win the game, he wouldn't have joined.
Of course he would have.
Man.
Do you know how shameless you have to, and you look all those clowns all being excited. Don't worry, we'll talk about it. Yes, yeah. Huge weekend, man. Arsenal, man.
Let me say this, HH. First and first, like, shout out to Arsenal. I mean, like, you got to give them credit, but it will it's
a title now. Yeah, say it's a title season now.
No, but this game.
But hold up. Okay. Let me say something crazy. So what if United win? next weekend, are we saying that it's
and
a
Crystal
three-horse race?
Palace if they beat Crystal Palace?
So if United beats Crystal Palace and they beat Arsenal, what are we saying?
No, that then it gets really real. Like then that means United 3. But and then
well, actually, hold on, because if they do that, then Arsenal will have a game in hand, isn't it?
No, yeah, but City they play City back to back.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So they play City in the FA Cup and the league. So, let me just say this.
So that'll be what, 3 points. United will be 3 points behind if they win those 2 games.
So no, let me just say this, like about this game. First and first, I mean, if this is not obvious already, Harry Kane is gone. At this point, no, I mean this is very obvious. And at this point,
how do you know he's gone? He just wants to like start and break the.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone. Like because, and not only that, Spurs. This is a message to Spurs fan. You guys better like throw like a parade for his going away. Like you had to go. You had to give him that. You got to give him your blessing.
Yes.
No, you have to.
Yes, these guys were bad. No. Yes, I cannot accept what I just saw from Tottenham, man.
No, but
that's nasty. That was nasty.
No. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not a game. This is not a derby. This is terrible.
No. It was a training session. It was a one-man team.
I don't know which one was worse.
Ramsdale today.
No. Come on, bro. Like that was like literally hoof the ball up to Kane. Kane doesn't some weird trick juju.
And also because this is why I said at the top of the show, I have inducted Son. Finally, I had to do it.
Oh, you did finally.
Yeah, class C.
Bro, where was he today?
Yeah, Mike.
Sorry, yes, sir. Go ahead.
No, let me say this. I want this to be very, very clear. Sometimes I feel like football fans, people that watch football, people that analyze football, does not get enough credit. Because I remember when Conte was getting hired to Tottenham, all the pundits, everyone was talking about how great of a hire this is. What a cool. Oh, Tottenham hired Conte. Oh, Tottenham. He's gonna do this for Tottenham. He's gonna do that for Tottenham. And we all had the same idea. Conte to Tottenham? How does that work? We couldn't compute that in our mind. Like that does not work. We said, but you know what? Sometimes as fans, we're just nice. Oh, maybe these pundits, maybe these people that talk football on TV, maybe they know what they're talking about. You know what? Maybe he does. But let's be honest. We all knew, like, what the idea of Tottenham Conte makes no logical sense in any universe. Like, if you're a Marvel fan, like, you know how you have like the multiverse. There's no verse that makes sense. Conte and Tottenham, it doesn't. It really doesn't. So the thing is, like, I'm sitting
here, like some people had them finished in second, man. It's crazy.
Because the thing is, like, you watch this game and you're thinking, like, bro. We all know if Conte comes to a club, the amount of money you had to spend is actually crazy.
It's not only about. Yes, I think now you're coming to the right points right now. You see, and let's even compare both. See, with someone like Arteta, you can see a long-term, sustainable philosophy there. Young players coming through and youth coming through. Conte is a poor man's Mourinho. Because what Conte and Mourinho are I need that 30-year-old, 33-year-old, 27-year-old. I am going to give you success now, 2-3 years. I can't give you sustained success. I'm not going to improve young players. I don't have a footballing philosophy where young players can come through. I'm about, you want to win now? Give me these players. I'm going to give you these trophies now. If Conte doesn't give you a trophy in 2 years, cut ties immediately. He's useless.
The last thing I'll say is decision has to be made. A decision has to be made. I mean, it needs to be made. A decision has to be made.
About what?
Either he walks or you sack him. Because at this point,
yes, he's a clown.
His contract is soon ending up. He's gone.
Yeah, at the end.
But Mike,
at the end of his contract.
Here's the thing, Mike. If Tottenham was actually if they were actually a proper football club, if they actually had any sense in their brain, why you wait till the summer? Why?
Because
because
money.
No. This is the same club that sacked a manager before he could play a final. You're dealing with Levy is one of the worst owners in football. He's one of the worst. The guys. So you have to understand that you're dealing with a clown here. But look, let's look at the victors here. Arsenal, man. This is Arsenal's best chance to win this league.
Yeah.
It's their best chance. But we have to look at all bases. If United win these 2 games, we have a totally
that's crazy. You know,
picture.
if United
but if you
beat them at the Emirates,
if you beat Palace and thingy, that's 3 points.
Painful. Yeah.
And let's be real, it is possible.
It's all ifs and buts, but the reality is they're obviously 8 points clear. So anybody who's 8 points clear, you're gonna say they have the best chance of winning the league. It doesn't, doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out.
See, if we're dealing with it now, what I said with is that this is a huge moment in this, and what is so shocking is nobody, and I mean nobody, had Arsenal winning the title this season.
No, of course not.
Because everyone's like, okay, they almost got top 4. But you know what? They'll probably get fourth, third. Nobody had them 8 points clear at this point of the season. So this is shocking.
But here's the thing, though. Let this be a lesson.
To what?
That's why you got to get ready as a football club. You have to get ready to compete. This is a lesson. Okay. You're looking at this is directed at City, Liverpool, and so forth. Liverpool,
Chelsea as well.
Chelsea, everybody. You have to be ready to compete. At the end of the day, one thing I don't like is like Liverpool, Mike, your club. This is what I don't like. Is you focus so much on Manchester City that Liverpool forgot about themselves. That's the issue. Arteta and Arsenal did not care about City at all. All they were focused on was Arsenal Football Club. And that's, as a football club, that's all your focus should be.
No, but yes, here, the focus on that's too simplistic. Because Arsenal's focus was, we were so close to getting top 4. Let us now make sure and ensure we now get top 4. And again, we can't predict what happens to football. Just for some reason, the football gods have just said, you know what? Your team is just going to just gel and just really be good. And the signings you're going to make, they're going to fit beautifully well. So this has just been like a lightning in a bottle summer and thinking for Arsenal.
You got to give them more credit than that. Here's the thing,
Arteta called it.
I've said this all the time. It's not about beating the cities. It's not about beating the Liverpools.
Beating everybody else.
Exactly. Can you beat Southampton twice? Can you beat Fulham twice? Can you beat Nottingham Forest, Mike? Can you beat Nottingham Forest? Can you beat
H, why are you laughing? Wait, H, why are you laughing?
Truth. Like,
can I go on this?
Lampard's Everton is in 19th. Guess who drew with them? Guess who got a draw from them? Man City. Man City drew with Lampard's Everton. Let that sink in. And then you have nothing to blame. You have no one to blame.
But for me, I feel that all roads lead back to Fergie. All roads lead back to Fergie. You have to, because I know I like to clown Fergie because he lost in the UCL final to Barca twice and so forth, and I'm never counting 08. But it is very hard to have sustained success. And the thing about it is, with City and Liverpool, what you're seeing is these players are finding it hard to motivate themselves to go again. To win a league 3 times in a row, that takes serious, true motivation. And to do that, you need a very good motivator in your team. So, oh shit, it's already started? Okay.
Lewandowski almost just scored.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, look, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, look, like, let's no. We have to do this because I thought it was at 7:30. So because we're gonna talk about the hangout. Free Modric memes in a Chelsea kit. Wow.
Yep.
Man, relax. All I'm saying is this: Arsenal, well done, congrats. You're in a title race. It is what it is. And all I'm saying though is, Mike, massive game next Saturday. Huge game next Saturday. It's going to be massive. And look, man.
Yo, you have another super chat at the end here.
No, I know.
You look like you're sweating. You're
sweating, bro. You're sweating,
sweating, bro.
HH, are we actually going to get a stream if Arsenal win the league? Don't buck out like Mbappe.
No. Double emergency.
No. Okay,
hold on, where's mine?
Wait. Okay, last year collapse of top 4 was motivation for Arteta and the players.
Yeah.
Motivation to win the league or motivation to make sure to get
No.
top four?
You know why they are doing well? Is your jinx. You called him like Bob Tax. You've not called him that for a long time, bro. You jinx this guy.
Yeah,
I'm going to talk about that later this evening. And
continue. I want you to continue.
No, that's great. Look, he never. He won't.
He will.
Oh my God!
He doesn't even know that that even exists.
No. If he gets in the space with us, we can just gotta call him Todd B.
Exactly. If he does
that, okay, look, guys. Let's also the thing show. So, guys, I'll see you tonight in the hangar. Peace out.
Yeah, man. Peace out.
Much.